Where is, whoops, no, not that one.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner.
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is the Horror Miser Money.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Jen, and Velvet's with me.
Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show.
Grab some popcorn and take your seat at Trivial Theater.
Remember that horror rules. Ha 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 ha. Okay, welcome once again to the Horror Hangout live stream. Once again, I am the Horror Miser Money G, and welcome to my show. And once again, we have our usual gang of great guys here. First of all, we have our fearless leader on the right, Sean Patrick Urshan from the Horror Corner.
Woohoo!
Right next to me is everyone's favorite horror girl. It is Jen from Jen's Reviews from the Grave.
Woohoo!
Penis! I'll get it out of the way early. Penis!
And right below me is my animated girlfriend, Triv of Trivia Theater. Although
Hey.
she's now is Night of the Tripids.
Yes, tonight I am.
And our special guest, not only does she love horror like we all do, and she lives right across from me, across the river from Jersey, she is a horror author. Right now, she has one of the best-selling books called The Clatterman on Amazon, and she has a new novel called Spider that will definitely make your skin crawl, even if you don't fear spiders. It is Janelle Schiecke. I think I pronounced your last name right.
Hey, everyone.
8
Now,
thumbs
for
up.
those- now, Janelle, since you're kind of new to the horror community, just introduce yourself to everybody that is on our live stream right here and all of our subscribers.
Oh, sure. So, so I'm a horror author. I've written 4 novellas so far. Spider is my latest. Before that, Ghost Room was my first. Then I wrote Death Cult. Then I wrote The Clatterman, and now the upcoming Spider. I've been a horror fan ever since I was about 6. My first movie was The Gate. My first really, really scary. Like I don't want to say scary, but my first scary movie was Nightmare on Elm Street at 8. But The Gate kind of like got me into. I love The Gate so much. It's one of my very favorites. Nightmare on Elm Street was the first really scary one I watched, and ever since then, I just love the genre. It's just great. And I grew up reading a lot. Stephen King, Clive Barker, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I love that series, and so I just wanted to combine my love of horror with my love of writing and start to make stories of my own.
Very cool.
Yes. Janelle, I had a great time on my Woman in Horror series, and she just loves horror just like we all do, and she's a fantastic horror novel. Like I said before, when you do read Spider, like I said, even if you don't have a fear of spiders, that book will make your skin crawl because my skin is still crawling after reading that book.
When I was writing it, I was like itching my I was like, it's still on my head, on my arm.
Now, I won't reveal much of the book, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I did like the idea how you came up with that premise. It was a very interesting idea.
Thank you. Yeah, I had so much fun with it. And in the afterward, as you know, I enjoyed kind of writing, the original idea and then kind of combining the later ideas later on and putting some personal experience. As an author, it's so fun to put personal experiences into our stories and kind of weave those in. So I enjoy doing that too.
My good friend Mercy says that, oh boy, we prefer Gilboy. I'm also part of another group that I belong with, Mercy, and she's another good friend of mine that I did a Women in Horror series. She's got a great channel. Sometimes we do live streams of movies, and we also have what we call chit chats where we talk about other movies. So I think you and Mercy would also get along fine too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right, now that I plugged your book, let's get down to what we were talking about. Now, of course, with all the hula going on with Screen 7 coming out, and of course, Resident Evil 9 coming out this Friday, it's time to go back to old school horror, particularly the 1960s, and that's what this theme of this live stream is about. Horror films from the 1960s. Now, of course, I was lucky enough. That's how I got started in horror, watching all the horror films that came out during the 60s. I know Sean can attest to that because he's also loves old school horror too, especially from the 60s. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite series from the 60s is the Hammer horror films because how can you not have horror without Hammer horror? Isn't
You
that right,
can't.
Sean?
Absolutely.
Isn't that right, Sean?
That is correct.
Yeah. So we wrote down a series of questions, and our first questions. I'll give this to Janelle since she's our guest. What is your favorite horror film from the 60s?
The Hammer horror films?
Yes. Which one? Which one of the Hammer horror films from the 60s?
I feel horrible saying this. I have not watched the Hammer horror films yet.
Ooh.
I know.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, come on.
I know. I've been researching them. I haven't. I need to catch. Like I've watched a lot of Hitchcock, but yeah.
That's okay. But you're lucky in a way because you get to experience it. Like all of us, we've seen it. So there's nothing like the first time. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
It's not like the first time, watching any of the Hammer horror films, whether it's a Hammer Dracula series or Curse, was it Curse? Yeah, the Curse of the Werewolf and any other Hammer horror films. You're going to enjoy them. It's going to like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, I can't wait to learn all about them. And I've researched them. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, what I love about the 60s horrors, you guys know, is just the atmosphere and just the focus on kind of like the lighting and just kind of the way shadows are cast and the colors and it's not so much about the dread.
Claustrophobia, very claustrophobic. A lot of 60s.
Well, you'll love that because Hammer has incredible atmosphere in their movies.
Oh, yeah.
Gothic, very gothic.
I think that's one of the reasons why everyone loves the Hammer horror series because most of all their films, it's the atmosphere. I think they're one of the first films that actually made all their films in color. And when that came about, that's what really emphasized the atmosphere. Obviously the gothic settings, the costumes, but the atmosphere is what really people like. Hammer horror films, especially Mercy.
Well, they really played into the color too. Like when it came to blood, when it like you mentioned the lighting, they really played into the color.
Yeah,
I love that. I just love the creativity about that. I mean, oh yeah, I'm very excited now. I'm very excited.
very cool. You'll love it.
And don't be afraid to step away from the main monsters. Like Gorgon is a fantastic one, and it doesn't fall like into the kind of the universal ones that But
okay.
I mean, for my money, I'd say it's one of the better ones.
Yeah,
for my money. So
I would agree.
Because as a matter of fact, I think a lot of people had this thing was the Universal monsters versus the Hammer horror versions of them. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So all right, Chip. So what is your
Did a
favorite
show about
Hammer
that.
horror? Yeah, we did a show about that too. Yeah. So Chip, what is your favorite Hammer horror film from the 60s?
So this is going to be kind of a weird take, but like my first Universal monster that I absolutely loved was the werewolf. And the of the 60s, Curse of the Werewolf with Oliver Reed is just such a unique take on the werewolf for that time. Now there is a lot wrong with that movie. Just in some of the things that it does. Just as far as some of the like the poor I don't want to like spoil stuff, but like that the poor woman that gives birth to Oliver Reed, like she just can't win at all. Like her whole thing is so sad. Like it just all like I guess all that kind of stuff. It is like I don't know. I feel like it's one of the sadder ones, but just the way that they shoot it, the way that they interpreted the source material, setting it in Spain was fantastic. There's so much to love about the movie.
That's a great.
I agree too. Yeah, it's a different take on the werewolf trope. He was the person wasn't bit. He was born. Next thing you know, he's got the curse. and it was for me was sort of a different version when it comes to werewolf films that I saw back like any of the werewolf films from Universal.
Absolutely. And just the fact that he was a white furred werewolf as compared to like the traditional black. Because even for the 60s at that point, there had been so many werewolf movies at that point.
I know, yeah, that's why I liked it so much because it was so totally different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jen, what's your favorite Hammer horror film in the 60s?
Okay, well, see, now one thing that, and you guys kind of already touched upon it, like when we think of Hammer, we're thinking Dracula, Frankenstein, the werewolves, and they, no one did it better than Hammer. But one thing I wanted to do with this particular thing is highlight some movies that you might not necessarily, that are Hammer, but you don't necessarily are people's go-to, because I always like highlighting movies that people haven't heard of. And probably my favorite from the Hammer, I've got a couple honorable mentions, but my favorite from the Hammer, it would definitely be a Betty Davis picture called The Nanny. And it has the evil kid.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
I love the movie. And it's one, even if you're a big Betty Davis fan, I don't hear it talked about so much. And it's about, and one thing I've noticed with no matter which kind of like a subgenre we're talking about, claustrophobia and madness were really a big thing in the 60s, no matter who you're going to. And this movie does it so well. And Betty Davis and the audience doesn't know if she's going mad or if this little kid is like Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son. And it's just really fun. And there's a lot of good shadow work. It's just a fun movie, very claustrophobic. And if I can be real quick, I don't want to take too much time, but I have a couple of other honorable mentions. There's two other movies that I have to talk about that are also Hammer that you might not think of. And the other one I want to talk about is Midnight Lace with Doris Day and Rex Harrison. That is a really good one. And when we think of Doris Day, we think of the light, fluffy comedies. She was brilliant at that. But this was a movie that she did that really, oh my God, she just was kind of the 60s kind of, scream queen. She's so good in this. And Rex Harrison was also really good in it. And the interesting thing, there's some fun behind the scenes thing with this one, because Doris Day was kind of like Betty White. She never had a bad thing to say about anyone, got along with everybody. But she said on Rex Harrison that he was one of the coldest people she'd ever worked with. And I've heard other people who've worked with him say the same thing, said he was kind of a bastard. Like they worked together okay, but it doesn't show in the movie. They have a really good chemistry. And that it's kind of almost a giallo film in a way. It's not giallo, but it has some giallo sensibilities, and it's one I never get heard talked about. So definitely check out Black Lace. And the last one I want to mention is Never Take Sweets from Strangers, and sometimes it's also called Never Take Candy from Strangers. And it's about a pedophile, like a movie from 1960s, and it's a movie about a pedophile, and it's really good. Those are the movies I would recommend.
Yeah, that's one thing. Talking about that, you look at like Doris Day and Bette Davis. They had, and even Joan Crawford. They kind of had a heyday, like a resurgence, playing in those not necessarily low budget movies,
in horror.
In horror.
You would never expect Betty Davis or Doris Day to be in a horror film.
Well, and Joan Crawford just starred in so many William Castle.
William Castle.
William King, William Castle. The William Prince.
And the interesting thing is, in the day, it was kind of a come down. People would go, "Oh, you're really," but now we regard them with more reverence than some of their more. Like I love Mildred Pierce, but I hear more people talking about Straight Jacket when we're talking about Joan Crawford than Mildred Pierce, which is what she got the Academy Award for. So that's and there's another golden age Hollywood actress that I'm going to talk about in another section that I wanted that is really good. That it's another great movie that doesn't get talked about, but we'll get there when we get there.
Oh, yes. All right,
that's
Sean.
funny you say that, Jen, because Joan Collins did a movie for Hammer called Fear in the Night, and she felt like she was slumming it or something. Like come on.
Yeah. At the
she's
time,
done some pretty crappy movies too. Not like she's.
It's a good movie.
Those horror movies, though, are more accessible, too, at least by modern standards. Like, you look at a lot of the Oscar winners and stuff, and not that they're unapproachable, but people do sort of go that's too fancy for me. I'll stick with whatever horror, and, it becomes more accessible. I've learned a lot about so many people by doing that, so.
That's a good point.
My pick is gonna be Brides of Dracula from
Good one.
1960.
Nice.
It's the official sequel, but it's really more of a spin-off. It's more like Van Helsing's, side adventure, taking on not Dracula, but a different vampire and his vampire brides. Um, and people were thrown off by that. At only the second movie, and already Dracula's not in it, and it's called Bride of Dracula. What the hell? But
I
it's
know, yeah.
so good that you can't deny. Like, it's beautifully filmed. Peter Cushing is just amazing, and he's just
Killing
as
it.
good in this one as he was in Horror of Dracula. So, excellent movie, beautifully shot, amazing gothic tone, and it's pretty scary at times too. There's one scene in particular I really loved when one of the women dies and becomes a vampire, and there's this lady who's like the servant of the madam. So the madam is like the mother of the main guy, who's like the Dracula type character, the Baron, and she's like laying on top of the woman's grave in the dirt, and then you see the woman's like hand come out of the dirt, and just the atmosphere is so incredible. And you see Peter Cushing is staring at it, just like the horror on his face, like, oh my god, great stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene. Yeah. Now, when it comes to me, obviously, normally what people would think I would choose one of my favorite series in the Dracula series. Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, because it has one of my favorite scenes that I grew up on, saying, Christopher Lee talking about "get that thing out of my sight." But no, I actually going to go with Curse of the Werewolf, because at the time it was I think the third Hammer film that I saw. And it was totally different from what I used to see when it comes to werewolf films, because mostly all the werewolf films I see at the time were from Universal, and this was totally different. Totally different as far as the how it was shot. It was in Spain. A lot of Spanish speaking. Oliver Reed was great in the role like that. I love the practical effects. I love how they made their werewolves look different, so it doesn't look a carbon copy of the brown and black werewolves that we've seen from Universal. But yeah, really, really did love that one. It really showed me the difference when it comes to horror films and how horror films were made when it comes from a country outside of the U.S. Because at the time I didn't know Hammer was a London production until about a year later. I said, "Oh, okay, I didn't know they were from London." But it was I was a 7-year-old kid at the time when I was watching that.
I gotta
Okay,
say,
all right.
oh, no, I was gonna say, and even now, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Janelle.
I love the different feel of foreign. I watch a lot of foreign films, and I do love how different it is from, and a lot of times I like the foreign original better than the American remake.
I know, yeah, because everyone
always
talks about how France is willing to take risk in their films, and American films do not.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, High Tension is one. I mean, there's so many from France.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get Jen excited. That's her movie.
I love that movie so much. I love it.
You're gonna get Jen loves it. As a matter of fact, because I enjoyed High Tension, even though a lot of people don't like the twist and High Tension. I think they did a good job in exploring the twist. Because when you look, because when you look at how it was filmed, we're all seeing it from her side. Mm-hmm. So in her side, it's like this is what she's seeing, not understanding that the fact that she's batshit crazy.
Yeah. And also, like, the guy she's seeing is so creepy. That's one of the things I love. Like, her, I guess, alter ego basically is what it is. I mean, if I saw him in a dark alley, I would get creeped out. So I love that.
All right, the next one is favorite William Castle film from the 60s. All right, Jen.
Oh, okay. Well, William Castle, he was, I feel that the people from Blair Witch owe a lot because he knew a thing or two about marketing and pretty much everybody who did it, but he did it the best. He always had kind of a gimmick to go with his movies. And there are so many movies you could go for William Castle. And of course, now I'm not going to be a basic bitch, but I love Straight Jacket with Joan Crawford. And the cool thing about that is if you went to the movie at the time, they gave out little cardboard axes with it, which is just so adorably cute. I love it. Plus, I love Joan Crawford. And it's, if you guys haven't seen, I know probably everyone here has seen Straight Jacket, but for anyone who hasn't, it's about a woman. Again, we're going with madness. And she kills her husband and then she goes to asylum for a while and then she gets back and she might be going crazy again. And I'll leave it at that. But as for William Castle, like, I love that film. But one that I want to talk about that I love that hardly anyone ever talks about is a movie called Homicidal. Has anyone seen it? I'm sure you guys have.
I have.
You stole it. You stole mine.
It's so good though, guys. And like, it has some comparisons to Psycho. You can see there was definitely some inspiration from Psycho, but there's another movie, and I hesitate to say the other movie that might have taken some inspiration from Homicidal because it'll give kind of the ending away if you know that movie. So I'm not, but go in blind, guys. Don't look up any things because the reveal, you'll probably see it coming, but it's really good. And you got to think for the time that movie was made, like that's got to have blown people's minds. And also what he did for the little for the backstory for this is he made a coward's corner, and like for people who wanted to get their refunds, they had to walk through this thing and be shamed by the audience and stuff. They get their money back, but they would get shamed, and that was his little thing for this particular movie. So I thought that was kind of cool too. But the movie itself is really good. We're following a woman, and that's all I'm gonna say, because if I go into any more detail, it'll ruin it. But it's a fun movie. So, yeah.
Good
All right,
choice.
Janelle. All right, Janelle.
I haven't seen. I know I saw Homicidal, and I'm pretty sure I saw. It's been a long time though. I'm pretty sure I saw Straight Jacket, but I remember liking Homicidal. And again, I haven't seen it for a while though, but I do remember liking that one.
It's good.
And I know I saw Straight Jacket. I'm pretty sure I did, but I remember Homicidal, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, very cool.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is Jen's boyfriend. His name is Marty, the Trash Picture Show. It's Cracking Hammer Hark. I need to show Jen that one. Also having a femme fatale as a twisted killer. Yeah, especially during that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite Castle flick is Mrs. Sarkonis.
That's a good one too.
That's an excellent one.
That's a good one too.
All
right,
is there
Sean?
really a bad William Castle one, guys? Though honestly, I haven't seen one yet. Some of them are a little over the top, but that's part of the fun.
It's part of their charm too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What about you, Sean?
I am gonna go with Straight Jacket, being a big slasher guy. I feel like that's a big, kind of prototype slasher. It's great to see someone as highly regarded as Joan Crawford in such a role, delving into the horror genre, playing this crazy lady with an axe. Got a good cast too. George Kennedy is in it too.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, Joan Crawford in her filmography always had shitty daughters because Mildred Pierce was also about a shitty daughter. So, like, that's just a trope of hers if you think about it.
Wire hangers.
That movie's like a horror.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Are you okay there, Trip?
Yeah, sorry about that. Joan Crawford was coming to me from beyond the grave.
Oh yeah.
I saw the shoulder pads, Trip. I noticed the shoulder pads coming out.
Is Dan messing with the theater again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Not to my knowledge.
All right, Chip. Favorite William Castle film in the 60s?
Corman and Castle were like my everything when it came to 60s movies. Like it got me into that, like sort of mid to late century cinema. That was my jumping off point for both anything horror, anything kind of that era. But William Castle is like pretty foundational for me. Homicidal is a classic. 13 Ghosts was one of the ones that I was going to talk about, just because like the way that he like Jen said, the way that he did the promotional stuff. I say Tingler is my favorite, but that's technically a 50s movie. It came out in 59, so technically that counted, or that doesn't count. But 13 Ghosts, like the whole idea of doing like the viewer where you look through one side, you see the ghost, and you look through the other side and you do, or you don't, you see it on one side, you don't see it on the other. I actually tracked down, I think it was a replica viewer, but it was so cool to see like the work that went into that. Like just I don't know. I think that showmanship is missing from cinema today. And I think that like he was so ahead of his time when it came to that. And like, I love his stuff. And everything about it is just gimmicky and crazy and over the top and doesn't make any damn sense if you stop and think about it for a second. But it's all so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could have gone with a lot of his movies from the 60s, but I actually really did enjoy Mr. Sarkonis, mainly because of the plot of the film and the fact that they decided to use something called what was that? No, darn it. I just had it. No, I just lost it. A punishment poll where they actually had the audience guess, pick the torture for him.
I love the gimmicks.
The gimmick. Yeah, that was pretty good. I actually thought it was pretty good how they chose that. But the film was pretty interesting. The guy gets stuck with a grin on his face. So I thought that was pretty funny. And the fact that the practical effects were pretty decent. How they put the grin and have it adhere to his face. It looks kind of creepy when you add the black and white and the atmosphere of the film. It looks kind of creepy looking. Yeah, but definitely when it comes to William Castle films, it's definitely Mr. Sarkonis.
Yeah. Well, and you look at the fact that he, like, for all of the schlock that he did, like being one of the producers for Rosemary's Baby.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy.
But I think it's good because I think you need to appreciate both. You can do the high-minded concepts and also the schlock. I think you need someone who can love both and bring. I think those make the best movies when you have someone who can appreciate both and bring it to the film.
I mean, him and Corman both pulled that.
Yes, they did.
Especially Corman.
Sorry about that, Janelle. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was agreeing. I think it is because there's fun. There's great things to say about both of them. Because I mean, The Monkey, for example, that's one that I watched. I'm like, that movie was so fun. Just sometimes you just want to watch a movie that's just that shit crazy, and you just don't want to think about it. You just want some crazy stuff happen.
Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Favorite monsters from the 60s. All right, Sean.
Well, for me, it's easy. As cheesy as it is, and I don't care. King Kong versus Godzilla. I don't care. Yeah, yes, the original, baby, with the dumpy, goofy ass King Kong, the horrible iteration of King Kong with like the ridiculously long arms and
oh man,
cheesy effects. And it's hilarious. I just think it's a blast.
Oh man, I mean,
Godzilla karate kicks him, and I love when King Kong gives him like a ball tackle. I love the part when Godzilla like does his breath on him, his atomic breath on him, and it has no effect, and he just like looks down, like lunges at him. It's just hilarious.
Oh man, I remember when I first saw that one. I was looking forward to it. I'm busy dying laughing. My mother's like, "Monty, what is so funny? I'm watching King Kong versus Godzilla. This is it's funny as hell, but it's funny." I mean, as even I'm not really a Godzilla fan. I'm more of a kind of a kaiju fan. Obviously, I prefer King Kong over Godzilla. So for me, it's always Team Kong. But watch that film, it just cracked me up. I couldn't help but stop laughing. Did you ever see that, Janelle?
I did, yeah. I did. And I used to watch the original Godzilla all the time. Oh my gosh. My brothers and I used to watch that growing up.
Nah, when it comes to kaijus, I was more into Ultraman, the Space Giant, and Johnny Sokka when his giant and his flying robot.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, Chip, your favorite monster film from the 60s?
I've got a couple, and I don't know if they technically count as monsters, but I'm still counting it. One of them was an MST3K, or was turned into like a pretty epic MST3K episode. The Brain That Wouldn't Die was the introduction of Mike Nelson. And the episode is absolutely insane. This guy is doing transplants, and he, like he's teaching his secondary guy to do it. They're in a car crash. The guy saves the woman's head, and then she becomes Jan in the Pan, and it's just hilarity ensues, and it's so cheesy and over the top, but it's such a great little horror movie. And then the other one I've got is the original Little Shop of Horrors by Roger Corman. There is so much incredible stuff in that movie. Like, and aside from the fact that it's Jack Nicholson's, I think it's either his debut or it's shortly thereafter. Like, it's either one of his first movies or it's his first.
I think he did something else before. But it's one of his first.
Yeah. But at the one point, Seymour pops up out of a toilet in a junkyard, and I just lose my shit every time. And the voice of Audrey too is so. It's just. Oh yeah, I love it. It's so good.
All right, what about you, Janelle?
Oh gosh, I mean, I want to say. The original Godzilla, was that 60s? Was that 50s?
50s.
I think it was 50s.
That was 54, 1954.
Yeah, 54, yeah.
Geez. I do like Kong and Godzilla. I do like Top of Horrors. I don't know. I'm going to go with King Kong Godzilla because that was really fun. Because it was, I don't know, it was just like kind of, like you said, it was kind of just fun to watch and just seeing them battle them out,
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
All
good
right,
one
Jen.
in the chat. Yeah.
I know, yes.
Oh, see,
All right,
monster movies for me are hard because I'm not like the traditionalists. You guys know, like if Velvet were here, they would be giving you.
They love kaijus. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
but
I know you're not a big fan of them.
No, they're not my thing. I can appreciate them, but I'm being honest, they're not my thing. So I kind of had to take some twists and turns. And I thought, I'm going to say that, and this one isn't really undiscussed. Everyone knows this movie. But if you think about it, what are the worst monsters? And the worst monsters are always us, human monsters. So, of course, I have to go with Night of the Living Dead. And yeah, it's a fucking classic for a reason because no one had seen. Romero was the first. He was it was such an innovative movie. And like the claustrophobia in that house and also just tragedy and Barbara. And I take a real hot take with this one because everyone hates Barbara, but like it was a perfect showing of the trauma that she went under, like just the catatonic trauma. And I thought the actress did fucking amazing. And I also love the character, of Ben. I love it. And there's some social commentary and Romero didn't set out to make a social commentary, but he still made, even though it wasn't his intentions. It was just getting a black actor for the best pay that they could. It wasn't social commentary, but we still had social commentary because of that. It's just a fucking amazing movie, and it's so good. And he did it on such a shoestring budget, and I love that. I mean, it was nothing, and yet this is such an iconic film that you just have to take your hat off to if you're a horror fan. But if that one doesn't work, if you say that's zombies, it's not monsters, okay, I'll give you that. I can also go with Rosemary's Baby because again, little every expected parent calls their kids you little monster, right? How horrifying is it that the monster is coming from within yourself? Oh, and it's just such a good movie. On top of that, you can't argue with that. But if that one doesn't suit you, then I'll go with Bride to Dracula. I'm struggling here, people, but Bride to Dracula, will that one count for you guys?
I think all three count personally.
I think they all count. Technically, they're all monsters. If you want to.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, follow up with what someone said in chat, just say the green slime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. But I do honestly think that the worst monsters are human monsters. I like whatever we can do in our imaginations, what we do to each other and against each other. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. We're the best and worst of ourselves. And I think
that's a good one, Mercy.
So I kind of
been growing on you. It's for fun guys and fun gals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, unfortunately, Marty ruined my surprise because when it comes to, like I said, I'm not a big kaiju guy myself. You know, I watched them because it was horror, so I watched Godzilla, so I watched all those films. I actually, if anything, I'm more of a Gamera fan than anything when it comes to kaiju films. I like Gamera. But obviously, when it comes to something like this, I have to go with The Valley of Gwangi. No one really talks about this film. No, made by the great Harry Harryhausen with those practical effects. The Valley of Gwangi, mixing Western and sci-fi and horror all together. I truly enjoyed The Valley of Gwangi when I first saw it, and anytime when I get a chance to see it, I'll get a chance to see it because no one can make practical effects better than Ray Harryhausen.
No, you can't go wrong.
That's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was very glad when stop motion came out because I said if they do this right and they make Harry Harryhausen proud, and they did because I like the stop motion that they did it was just reminders about what a great talent he was.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
of course, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason and the Argonauts. I think it's the Golden Voice of Sinbad and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, and of course, the original Clash of the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
All right, favorite Roger Corman film from the '60s. All right, Trip.
Well, like I said, Corman is like one of the. He holds the record for most produced things. He's across the board, like prolific, knows how to like the legends of him knowing how to stretch a dollar. But for me, like the best of what he did was the Poe cycle movies with mostly with Vincent Price. Of those, Pit of and the Pendulum was one of my earliest horror movies, so that one sits pretty high for me. But as I've gotten older, Mask of the Red Death is just next level. The way it uses color, the way that they use Price, he's across the board just incredible, and it's such an interesting story.
Very much so.
Despite not really being a Poe book per se. Loosely based here is like saying that the Conjuring series is based on real events.
That's true.
Inspired.
Yes.
Inspired. Don't mention the Conjuring because when I was on Gory Bean Movies channel, we did that when we did our live stream. She was talking about how she doesn't like the Conjuring because even though she has no problem with how the movies are, she does not like what the whatchamacallits did. She called them both kind of the Warrens.
They're pretty awful people, but
yeah,
they were very, very awful people in real life.
Mm.
Real people in life. All right, Janelle, favorite Corman film from the '60s.
So mine is also Mask of the Red Death.
Hey,
I love that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I love the ending where I don't want to give away anything. People haven't seen it, but where everyone's, the guy in the red. I'll just say that he kind of turns everyone in the in the masquerade red, and it's just kind of that scene where they turn, and then when Vincent Price gets swallowed by everyone. It's just so theatrical and it's so beautiful, and Vincent Price is just so good. God, he's so good. He's so evil. He's so mean. Like that part with the the monkey and the chandelier, and he's like, "Oh, get him out of here!" Like people can't dance around that. And the way he says it, like you're like, yeah, that's right, Vincent Price. Even though you feel like you shouldn't, of course you shouldn't think that. But yeah, I love that one. I think it's just beautiful and it's really good. Yeah, it's my favorite.
You have good taste.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Creeping Terror, one of the worst.
If you ever have a fear of a walking carpet, that's the Creeping Terror.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It makes you think of the Raft creep show too. I don't know why I thought of that thought of the Raft. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, random thought.
You're not off base there.
Let's go on over some of the things in the chat right here. All right, Jen. Favorite Roger Corman film?
Again, I'm gonna have to do a twofer because one of them you could argue if was horror, but it's my favorite Roger Corman film of all time, so I have to talk about it. And that is and I say it's horror because what happens in the film is pretty horrific, especially given the time. And that would be The Intruder with William Shatner. And if you guys have never seen The Intruder, it's basically about a southern town that has to do desegregation in their schools, and William Shatner works for this evil company that doesn't want that to happen. And horrific things happen. And William Shatner, like, give the devil his due in this one, is fucking brilliant in this movie. And it's one that when we're talking Roger Corman, it's never talked about. And if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Really, really good. But if you want a more horror-centric Roger Corman film, then I'm going to go one with, it has horror, but it has a little bit of a comedic twist, and that would be 1963's The Raven. The cast alone. Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Boris Karloff. I mean, you can't go wrong. And I like that we can see, Vincent Price was great at scaring us, but he was also a very funny dude. So I like the comedic twist in this one.
That is cheeky as hell.
Yeah.
Nicholson was in that too, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, was. But you have all those traits too, and it's fun, and it's a gorgeous film, just like all the Poe ones that he did. They're just a gorgeous film to look at, and it's fun.
Mercy, not a William Shatner fan.
It's worth it. He's really good. He's less William Shatnery than a lot of his films. He's actually really good. Has anyone seen it? Has anyone seen it? It's real good.
I might have seen this one because I remember. It gets really crazy.
Well, that's good because it works in this movie because he's creepy in this movie.
He's very good at being creepy. He's kind of, I don't know, because he has that kind of like baby face, you know, so like it's kind of like he can pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh. Mercy's giving us some material. Oh, don't worry, Mercy. You'll be joining us soon in the Horror Hangout. All right, Sean, your favorite Roger Corman film from the 60s?
I am gonna go with The Pit and the Pendulum. I love that movie.
That's pretty good.
I talk about a great Vincent Price role. He's so good in that. I just love how, when the guy comes to him because he wants to know what happened to his sister or whatever, and how she got killed or whatever, and he's so believable. Like, you believe everything. Like, you really sympathize with him. You're like, come on, just believe the guy. He's telling the truth. And then he turns out to be the worst guy ever. Like,
well, that's kind of a reoccurring theme. You
Barbara
look at
Steele
House
in there,
of Usher.
great.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great in that.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was good.
Christmas Horror. That was good. Yes.
I watched it the first time this past Christmas. It was so good.
Oh yeah.
So Shatner plus booze plus microphone equals brilliant. Brilliant, I tell you, brilliant.
And he's got that nose, those chubby cheeks, and he just looks so festive.
Hey, what's up, Anthony? Yeah, but that fight between Santa and Krampus was decent. I will not mention the twist in that either. If you haven't, you got to see it in order to get the twist.
Loved it. Did not see it coming.
Yep, I didn't see that coming either. I'm like, what? Oh,
yeah,
I get right credit.
Yeah,
if you could get me on the twist and I didn't see it coming, that means you did a good job in writing it.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
You beat me to it, Trip. You beat me to it.
Sorry.
What if you have your eyes closed? You can still feel it.
Fair.
For me, when it comes to the Roger Corman films, I have to go with The Mask of the Red Death because it's one of Vincent Price's best films. I like the ending of that particular film when he unmasks the person, the Red Death, and I won't reveal what it is, and then we get to see all the other stuff that's happening at the end of that particular film. But it's the Vincent Price just being what Vincent Price was good. That's I always say when it comes to horror, the original what did I say that I can't remember what I called them. The original horror icons were Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, and Peter Cushing. You know, they're the first three when it comes to the big guys right there. And he was great in this particular film. Obviously, the filming, the direction, how terrible Vincent Price was to the people, to his people. Okay, we have. Okay, now this is something interesting. Favorite indie horror film from the 60s. All right, Sean, favorite indie horror film from the 60s.
I mean, the obvious one is Night of the Living Dead, but I would say a more kind of cultish movie for me is Carnival of Souls. I really, really enjoyed that. That's very artsy to me, you know. Something very different, very out there. I mean, you hear Carnival Souls, you think it's just going to be some like circus sideshow horror. It's not like that at all, you know. Very great atmosphere, very awesome atmosphere. Yeah, I love the lead actress; does a great job. Yeah,
good one.
Yeah, what about you, Trip? Although I think I think I have an idea where you might go with this.
No, actually, I don't think you do. So mine is Spider Baby from 1967. Lon Chaney Jr.
Oh, wow.
It follows a family that basically inbred themselves to the point of like not in good places. Basically, they get they as they age, they get more and more out of their minds, and it's actually more sad than it is horror, but it's such a good movie. And like I think it's one of Lon Chaney's like last movies, but he's so caring and such a sweet man, and it's an unexpected horror movie. If you get the chance, I highly suggest it. I'm trying to think. It's not Michael Berry. There's oh god, who's in it? It plays the one
Sid
brother.
Haig, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, fantastic. Like more drama than it is horror, but well worth a watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I saw that one though. I might have to check that out.
I don't think I saw that. I heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah,
more drama than horror. Like, but it does have some moments. So.
Yeah, because I actually thought you were going to pick something else because when I mention it, you're probably going to say that's probably one of your favorite films.
More than likely, yeah.
All right, Janelle, do you have a favorite indie horror film from the 60s?
I gotta say Night of the Living Dead. I really love that one. I mean, what I love about it too is that it felt so real. Like all the decisions and thought processes felt very real. You know, like the way they were like, wait, the cellar, no, it's not, you're not safe, you know, and just I love the tension between the two groups of people downstairs and upstairs, and the ending with the little girl, like, oh, you know, and then the very end, which right, like that kind of had, I love House of 1,000 Corpses and stuff and zombie, you know, his I don't know, the ending, I just kind of got that kind of Rob Zombie, you know, I wonder if I don't know. It just the ending's very, very, yeah. I wonder if he was inspired.
Very grim.
So, like as the credits are rolling, and you're like just watching, you know, and you feel like you shouldn't watch because it's so horrific what's going on, but you just have to finish it, you know.
You can't.
No, you can't look away. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. I just, you know, and some of the close-ups, like of Barbara and some of the other characters, the lighting, like especially with her eyes look really pop, you know. And when she has these really scared faces, I don't know, I love it. I think it's great.
It is. You can't go wrong. It's a classic for a reason. Like, and I don't think there's a lot of great zombie films, but I don't think anything will ever surpass that.
No.
Because that was a movie that actually changed the terminology when it came to zombies, because zombies was more affiliated with voodoo.
Absolutely.
Yep, you're right.
As opposed to, you know, kind of, you know, dead people coming back to life and eating human flesh.
Right. I mean, before that, you had a lot of stuff like Bela Lugosi's Night of the White Zombie, or is it just the White Zombie? Either way, from like the 30s.
White
so
Zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, Pee-Pee Tom was pretty good.
The Battle of Wits.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jen, your favorite indie horror film from the 60s.
Again, I have another two for this one. I think is more technically, but I have to talk about the other film. But the one that I will say probably classifies as indie is Eyes Without a Face. It's from 1960.
I love that movie. Oh my God. Okay, that's another one of mine.
Yes. Well, we love French films. It doesn't surprise me. It's a French film. And it's such a good film. And it's brutal. Again, for 1960, this is as a brutal as fuck movie, guys.
When they're doing the face, like when they're doing it looked real. I know you guys have seen a ton of horror. I was actually a bit uncomfortable watching that because it was so realistic for the 60s.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Those realistic ones are the ones that get you, like the crazy over the top gore. You can kind of like put it into your imagination, but that kind of thing is a different level.
Tom said Pee-Pee Tom is not indie.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, we love this. Put it this way: the one thing, the two things you love about Jen is her enthusiasm, and then when she goes on a rant.
I hear there's a movie from the 60s called Megan.
Fuck off! Fuck off! You know that fucking stupid girl trying to be poser to Chucky. May she burn in hell. I'm gonna say it. May she burn in hell. Stupid girl. Eyes Without a Face. It's really good for the body horror. Like, you guys are right. It's great for the body horror, but also just as a parent, because, you know, if I don't want to give too much away if anyone hasn't ever seen it, but as a parent, there's a lot this movie's a lot to chew on. It's very French in the thought that it has a lot to chew on as far as moral ambiguity. My other movie that I have to talk about, and this is a movie I didn't know about till I did research, and it's amazing because like we were talking about earlier with Joan Crawford and Bette Davis, this is another golden era star that was kind of slumming it with horror movies, and she's a personal favorite of mine. Olivia de Havilland she was Melanie in Gone with the Wind, which is one of my all-time favorites. This movie, though, is called Lady in the Cage, and James Caan, this was his first role, and right out of the gate, he's such a fucking brilliant actor, and this is a really good movie. It's about a rich woman who has health issues, and she has stairs, but she has an elevator, and it's real fancy at the time, right? And you guys are thinking, ooh, horrifying, Jen. But she gets trapped in the elevator. Her son goes away for the weekend, and they have a very interesting kind of Norman Bates kind of mother-son relationship. And these hooligans find out that she's trapped in this elevator, and instead of helping her, they rob her, and it goes really dark from there. And they taunt her with, because the son leaves a note on the nightstand saying that, you know, kind of gives implications that he might be on the other side of the looking glass, which again for 1960s, oh my God. I mean, this has a lot of themes. We have overbearing mothers, and just, it's a really good movie, and it ends very darkly. I highly recommend. Nobody talks about it, and with James Caan and Olivia de Havilland, Lady in the Cage, you gotta see it. It's a great one.
Nice.
Sounds good.
So, yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sorry if I went on a little too long, guys. I just get
I
really
love
excited.
that. I have to watch that one. That one sounds really, really interesting.
It's good.
Now, obviously, I could go with Night of the Living Dead and some of the other films that came out as indie horror films. But one of my favorite indie horror films that came out in the 60s was Mantos: The Hands of Fate.
Oh God, that movie is. I understand that it's an MS. Like MST made that one like infamously good, But I honestly I can't do that movie.
Yeah, I can't either. I had to do that movie, and I was so miserable.
That was made for MS3T.
Oh, yeah. It was done. It was financed and done by a manure salesman, and that's about the level of it for my money.
That movie.
I have not seen that one yet.
Oh,
guys, laughing. But the main thing is my boy Turgo. My boy Turgo. I love that guy.
That's what everyone says who likes the movie. That's all they. If you ever notice that, that's the only thing everyone says who likes that movie.
That
and the awesome garments that people make with the giant red hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I tell you that theme that is pretty great too.
Yeah, I know.
I respect the folks that can like it. I respect what it does and the fact that it is the longevity of it. There's a musical, there's a puppet or maybe it's a puppet musical, but there's a sequel. The little kid has now gone on to really stretch the legacy and keeps it relevant, which is amazing. I just I can't anything if it doesn't have MST on it, I can't watch it.
If you never saw that, just watch it one time, and once you see Turgo appear on the screen, you're gonna crack up laughing.
I gotta check it out.
Watch it with riffing first, because that's kind of like a condom protection. I highly suggest watching it with riffing first, because to watch it on its own is like being hit by a semi going 105 miles per hour and on fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Baby
also,
steps.
we just need to have condoms when we watch movies. I think I'm gonna make Martin do a thing with that. Now I'm gonna have my media
MST3K riff tracks, cinematic Titanic. It's a condom for bad movies, or a Tupperware lid or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, as you can see, we love ranting on movies.
I love it. I didn't say.
I mean, I won't rant about Megan, but I've got others. That,
I have not seen Megan 2. That's the one thing I did.
Bother! I don't bother. Tell with your time.
Yes, bother.
Yeah. And make sure you do a video.
Leader angle or something like that with Megan 2, like a whole. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's the first Megan that gets Jen that will get Jen up in a rant.
Hate that movie. Fucking hate that. You all know I hate that movie.
Janelle, do a video specifically to Jen and just address it directly to her, telling her how much you enjoy either one of those movies and how much better it is than Chucky.
Yeah.
Really, Trev, come on now. Can't be friends if we keep going down this road trip. Come on now.
I mean, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum, so
Okay, I'll forgive you for the reference.
I'm gonna keep referencing it.
No, it's like
Jen. Speaking of, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Monty.
I say it's either talk about Megan or that Amy Schumer film. I Feel Pretty.
Oh, God, I've been triggered enough tonight. I've been triggered enough. Bastards, all of you.
Yep, that's why you love us.
No, don't worry. We still love you, Jay. We just love to hear you rant.
Thank you.
It does soothe my savage soul. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Favorite Italian horror film from the 60s. All right, Sean.
Oh, for me, and he made several really good ones in the 60s. We're going Mario Bava and Blood and Black Lace.
Good one.
Is
Very good one.
probably the first pure Giallo film. And man, it's so beautifully filmed. It's so colorful, and I mean, I don't think Dario Argento would have a career if it wasn't for that movie. You know?
Yeah.
And a huge influence on the slashers, of course. You got the faceless killer with the white mask. He's got this nasty bladed claw weapon. He's taking out all these fashion models one by one.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty messed up, and it's a really, huge, huge for the Giallos, that's for sure.
Okay. All right, Janelle, favorite Italian horror film from the 60s?
I mean, I love Argento. I just don't know. You know, I mean, Suspiria is my favorite Argento film, but that was 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was
77.
I mean, I can't. I don't know what it would be. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I've watched many Italian 60s. I watched a lot of 70s Italian movies, you know, but I don't think I've watched a lot from the 60s, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on here for when we do a 70s one. We'll get you back on when we do a 70s one.
Yeah. All right, Triv, it's a favorite Italian horror film from the 60s.
I'm curious.
I'm really bad with 60s Giallo just because I haven't dug. I'm late to the Giallo game. I've hit a lot of 90s and 70s stuff. But I was looking it up and I found Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs, which is more comedy than it is horror. But it's still a fantastic movie, and it stars Vincent Price, so it in my book it counts because he's horror adjacent. But I did have one that sort of works. It's from the 60s. It's from Europe. It's just the wrong country. If you take the Italian flag and like flip it on its side and make the blue or make the green blue, you have Russia, and there's a movie from there called Vi, which is an absolutely fantastic 60s horror film. It takes place in this old school Orthodox Russian church. It's funny. It's horrific. It is truly creepy. If you haven't seen it, I cannot suggest it enough. It's just VIY. But like, there's a scene where this woman basically dies and she's thought to be a witch, and so they put her in the church to let her lay in state. And there's a priest that has to do prayers over her for 3 nights. And every night it gets progressively weirder and more creepy. And at one point, the woman laying in state goes coffin surfing, and the effects are just, you think like Russia at that time, and you don't necessarily think. I mean, obviously, if you have the oomph, the get up and go, you can do anything. I was not expecting what they did with this movie from an effects perspective. The practical effects are amazing, and you absolutely have to see this movie just for that.
Very cool.
So highly, like, if you don't take any other recommendations from me tonight, check out Vi. It's on Tubi. It's on like every streaming site. So
very cool. I will. I haven't checked it out, but I will.
Yeah.
Like I say, Dr. Goldfoot or Vi.
It's fun. That one's fun.
It's kind of Austin Powers-esque.
Very much so. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's going to be Black Sabbath. If anything, when it comes to Italian horror film, Black Sabbath, not only because it was made the year I was born. Nice. I like the fact that 3 separate tales were actually introduced by Boris Karloff. You have the telephone, you have the Warlock, and the Drop of Water. Yeah, so because I'm a huge anthology when it comes to horror anthology films, I always love them because it's always good to see different aspects of horror, and then you pick one that's the best one. So if anything, for me, it's going to be Black Sabbath.
Good one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next on the list is
Monty. Can I do mine? You forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Forgot Jen.
This is my favorite one. I'm sorry.
All right, Jen.
This movie, it wouldn't make a big deal, but this is probably my favorite one to talk about. I've been dying to talk about it all night. So for my favorite Giallo, I'm curious to know if probably you know this one, Sean, but it's called The Third Eye. And if you've ever seen a movie from the 70s called Beyond the Darkness, man, I think they borrowed a page from this movie. And oh my God, I love it. This one is brutal as fuck, especially for the 60s. And basically we have this rich count living in this castle with his mom, who's very overbearing, and a maid who's in love with him. And he wants to get married, right? And no, like she's just not good enough for him. And like you find out that the maid's in love with him, and she kills the intended fiance, and the mom also is dead. So like the maid is helping, like if he gets other women to come up to the castle, like they all go mysteriously missing, and it's the maid's helping him. There's inferences of necrophilia. It doesn't show it outright, like unlike Beyond the Darkness, but it's definitely implying there's some necrophilia going on. There's a bird evisceration. It's batshit crazy as fuck, and I love it. Love it. What do you think of it, Sean? I bet you're not surprised that I liked it.
Good one. Good
No,
choice.
I'm not
Good
surprised.
Yeah, it necrophilia in the 60s, people. You gotta embrace it and love it. It's fine, you know. It's good. And the bird evisceration, and like the maid, she's like helping him clean up the bodies and stuff. And yeah, it's not as hardcore as Beyond the Darkness, but it's pretty damn good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
I feel like someone's putting me on a list right now.
See, Janelle, we're giving you some great research to do.
Oh, I love it. I like writing a bunch of these. Yeah, I
Black Sunday's another great one with from Mario Bava with Barbara Steele when she gets the mask. You know, they think she's a witch, so they pound the mask into her face with the nails inside. That's sick. And she's got holes in her face.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if that
or
was
the
worse
mask
or
of Satan, as it's called.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, that or this in the scene of Sleepy Hollow where they put Ichabod Crane's mother into that same device.
Oh yeah. They do that in was it Pit and Pendulum that they used the Iron Maiden, or was it House of Usher? I don't remember. I think it was House of Usher.
Maybe.
It might have been House of Usher. Yeah.
Probably.
I guess they have a lot of similarities, like the plots, and then the torture dungeon, and I think it was, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was Pit and Pendulum actually. So anyway.
Either way, ladies, be careful when you tell your fellas you want a good pounding, because you got to be specific. Specific.
There's only one kind of penetration people like.
Well, yeah, not always. I mean, some people might like the nails, but just be specific.
Right. Consent is important.
Don't kink
More
shame,
you know.
Don't kink shame.
Now, see, I told these two to behave.
I don't remember hearing that. Jen's behaving more than usual.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's actually been pretty good tonight.
Yay!
Oh, great. You get to be the good one, Triv.
I don't want to be the good one. The good one's boring.
Now, Sean actually made a video about this favorite proto slasher from the 60s. Those are films that have slasher elements before the slasher craze became great. So, favorite proto slasher film from the 60s. All right, Trip.
Mine is one I actually just found today. It's called Circus of Horrors, and it's basically about this plastic surgeon who takes over a circus, and over the course of its time, people keep on having really bad accidents, and nobody can figure out why. But no, it's super enjoyable, and everybody gets to come up. It's given time, and it's excellent. I really enjoyed it.
It's a fun one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sean.
Well, I even though I made that big video about it, I'm gonna use a phrase from Jen. I hate to be a basic bitch, but
it looks good on you, Sean. It does. You're never a basic bitch. It looks too good on you.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I don't think any film was more influential on the slasher than Psycho because so many have tried to emulate it, especially like, all these killers with the mommy issues,
And the terrible
and the shower
1996 remake.
scene. How many slashers have tried to emulate the shower scene?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. You
All right, Janelle, what about you?
I gotta go with Psycho.
Yeah.
I mean, and the score as well, like, is really, really good. It's very tense for the film. I love it. It's just so good. I mean, it's just incredible. It's so well done. Yeah. So that's my pick. I'm gonna go with basic.
No, it's a great pick.
So much.
You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
Gotta love Psycho.
It's a
I
classic
would
for a
question
reason.
anyone who doesn't. Actually, I'd be like, you don't like. I would be like a horror snob and like, you don't like Psycho? What the? You're not a horror fan. Get out!
What's wrong with you? Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
you'll be like one of those toxic fans or whatever.
I generally don't condone that, but this would be one time like fuck because it's my you guys know it's my all-time favorite. So I'm like, no, you're not a real horror fan. Get the fuck out. Go on, get out.
It's so well done. And I love the book so much. The book is one of my very favorites.
Oh, I do
and
too.
they
I
did a
love
really
the book.
good job.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Have you read the others? Have you read the other books? Have you read the other books?
I haven't.
Good.
Yeah, I need to. But that one is just So I love how they the ending. They really did well with the ending too. But the ending of the book and the ending of the movie, they did so good. Kind of relaying how that was in his mind, and yeah,
It's a great one.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's also very generally creepy, especially in the movie. Well, she wouldn't harm a fly. It does give you kind of goosebumps because you see him looking so normal, but you never know what's on the inside.
Yeah.
Good
Oh, it's so
commentary.
creepy. And his look. Oh my god! At the end of the movie, his eyes when he looks up, like it's terrifying. His gaze, it's just terrifying.
Gold.
Because it's black and white, the white in his eyes really pops against his,
Anthony Perkins. No one could do what Anthony Perkins did. No one.
So good. So good. I'm getting chills. I mean, he was so good.
we won't talk
Plus
about
the shock of,
No, don't talk about the remake. Oh God! But the sequels were genuinely good.
Oh,
Like
all the sequels were good.
yeah.
Especially Psycho 3. I will stand up for I will fight anyone. Psycho 3 was fucking amazing. I love Psycho 3.
No
It was
way! I
okay.
couldn't tell.
No, it wasn't. Anthony Perkins directed it. It was. He went into more of a slasher territory, but it works. And the fact that he's an unreliable narrator makes like any problems because you're dealing with a fractured mind. So it's fucking genius on so many levels.
Absolutely.
Cycle 3 was okay. I just didn't like the ending.
I get you. A lot of people didn't. I did. I liked it, but I get it.
I mean, I kind of get no. Of course, when it comes to Cycle 4, I was not a fan of Cycle 4. But I'm not a fan of Cycle 4. Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Really? I liked Psycho 4.
I did too.
Yeah.
So
All right.
We love you anyway. We won't throw you out.
At least not at the moment. It depends on what you say next.
Just on probation.
For me, obviously, it's Psycho for me when it comes to that because it's the century slasher film before it became slasher film. Obviously, was an inspiration for John Carpenter's Halloween. I wouldn't be surprised that whatchamacallit, it was inspired for him to make the original Black Christmas.
Oh,
Black Christmas.
I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Clark.
good.
Yeah, Bob Clark.
Not
He
Dick
probably-
Clark. Bob Clark. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Bob
Dick
Clark.
Clark.
Yeah,
What? I didn't say that.
Yeah. I mean, it has all the essence of what a slasher film is. We think Janet, in the fact that you have a star like Janet Leigh, and we all think that she's supposed to be the final girl, and the next thing you know, she gets stabbed in the shower. It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah,
for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'm pretty sure the people that went in the theaters and saw Psycho and were amazed about how great that film was, it's the same thing what The Exorcist did when that first came out, when it was a movie no one knew what was going to happen. And they got to give Alfred Hitchcock credit for coming up and being bold for what he did
Mm-hmm.
in those scenes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and
Mhm.
even little things like the fact that he, had her wearing black lingerie, and the fact that you saw a toilet flush. It was the
Yeah.
first time, if not the
Mhm.
one of the first times a toilet was flushed. That movie
Mhm.
did a lot of stuff that was like Psycho, like broke
Hey,
the mold with a
Rose.
lot of stuff. But even the fact that there was no, actual nudity in the
Mhm.
editing and the
Right.
simple keys, for the theme and stuff.
Yeah, but still having kind of the subject matter of two people that weren't married, in a hotel room. I mean, that was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
shocking too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, Hays Code at the time, at least it showed you that it was slowly waning. Thank God.
Mhm. Yeah. Then yeah, really.
Jerks.
I like how they change, because Ed Gein, who it's based on,
Yes.
was kind of
Mhm.
this creepy, like redneck dude, and they changed that to this young, real handsome guy, very charming. And
Mhm.
I think it really works because that makes it even stranger that what lurks beneath him, the facade of him, of this charming, handsome dude, he's really got some serious issues,
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's not really. I don't think it's a facade. I think it's like what it's two people living inside him, and like we all have our dark side and our light side, and I think that's what's so genius about Psycho is it's like
Mhm.
we're battling in with within ourselves, and Norman Bates is kind of the personification of that. I think the good parts of Norman Bates are genuine. I don't think he's trying to fool anybody except maybe himself, and like he's warring in his head with his own self.
And that came
Mhm.
across in the acting too, like the way he smiles, and he looked very sweet. He was very good at like doing the charming. And you kind of felt sorry. I think it's easy to feel sorry for him.
Oh yeah,
Well,
exactly. He's a tragic character when it comes down to it, especially with his mother. Yeah, it is. It's tragic.
Well, and even Anthony Perkins, like his acting career was changed by this movie. Before
yeah,
this, he
what?
was kind of the heartthrob star. Wasn't he? Like,
A
wasn't he
comedic
gay?
actor. He did a lot of
Right.
lighthearted romantic comedies before this. He
Right?
was.
Wasn't he? Am I wrong? I thought I read someplace he was gay. No?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, you're right. I was going to go on about
He
that.
was,
That
yeah.
is another reason why he is so. I've said I did no, the review's gone, unfortunately, but I did a review and I said the reason why Anthony Perkins was the perfect Norman Bates is because he had so much in common with Norman Bates. Both him and Norman Bates knew how to keep a secret because he was a closeted man and it was kind of self-hate. But at the time, you can't blame him. He went to therapists to try to fix himself, basically conversion therapy, and he was married, but everyone knew. Yeah. It was kind of an open secret. And he also had a very toxic relationship with his own mother. Like she was very overbearing, and he always thought that maybe that was why. It wasn't, but he always kind of blamed his mother. Maybe that's if you read some stuff on him, he's a very interesting man. Very interesting.
Yeah, no, because I read some of that backstory about him, about he, especially during that time because homosexuality was frowned upon at that particular time.
Well,
right
you're
down
clear.
Dare.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare say that. And I knew about his overbearing mother, and because I read some stuff like that, I said, "Damn, he man, I'm pretty sure." Because I remember him saying he thought that was the reason why he was gay was because of his overbearing mother. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And it wasn't, I mean, we could go in all night about nature versus nurture, but he did have a very, very, interesting relationship with his own mother. So like a life was imitating art. When he got that part, that's why it worked so well, because him and Norman Bates knew a thing or two about each other's lives. Again, you parallel each other. So it's my favorite movie. You can get me to go on all the time.
They touch on that a little bit in that. Did you see that Ed Gein monster thing on Netflix?
I was going to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that main thing was because I don't know if that's true or not. If his mother was that overbearing, and that's the reason why. Because I know, was he a cross dresser that they called him at the time during the '60s? Ed was Ed Gein, a cross dresser.
Yeah, he liked women. His mother was also overbearing, and yeah, he did like to dress up in women. But he got a lot of his ideas from the Nazis. Is where he got a lot of his.
No,
ideas.
yeah.
Yeah. And they portrayed that, in that the Netflix, they interwove so many different storylines and thoughts and ideas. It was cool what they did.
Ed Gein, we owe a lot as horror fans. We owe a lot. It's a weird thing to say to owe something to a serial killer,
to a murderer.
Yeah, we owe a lot to Ed Gein because a lot of movies have borrowed stuff from him.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Toby Hooper, Texas Chainsaw. That was another one, right?
Yep. Hannibal Lecter, a lot of different ones. Yeah.
Okay, we got the last one here. Favorite Alfred Hitchcock film from the 60s. All right, Trip.
Mine, I had to go with Marnie. Like,
what a
fan. Well, you took Straight Jacket from me earlier, so
fair enough.
Like the fact that this, and I know that happens with a lot of Hitchcock movies, that there are those moments that are kind of spoofed over and over. But I remember watching Simpsons, and like when Flanders' wife died, and he did the whole Marnie thing, and then I saw Marnie afterwards, and it's like, oh, there's the thing. But it is such a creepy, like obsessive thing, and it deals with grief, and it deals with all these different things, and I found it so interesting. Plus Sean Connery,
I was gonna say,
Sean
Connery, so Hedren, anyway.
Hedren, who had a very interesting working relationship with Hitchcock too.
Oh yeah, Hitchcock's blondes.
Yeah, her and Grace Kelly, basically. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, before I became James Bond.
There can be only one.
All right, favorite Alfred Hitchcock film from the 60s.
Oh gosh, so is Rear Window from the 60s? I don't know if that's 60s or 70s. That's
Rear Window. I think isn't that from the 50s?
I
think it's 50s.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Gosh. Well, that's one of my. Okay, so I'm going
it's
out
still
of
a good movie.
I love that one.
It's still a good movie. Yeah.
I want to say
that.
It's actually my favorite Hitchcock movie, but I don't know. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna do the two. So Rear Window and Psycho are my two favorites. It is okay. I figured it was 50s. So I'm gonna say Psycho. I love Psycho, but Rear Window I also so I gotta plug that one. Sorry, I love that one so much.
Hey, look.
I mean, James Stewart with the whole silver hair thing. I mean, I don't think there's much sexier of a man from that era.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and it was and I love how you get the story from him looking into the window. It's just so interesting how it's done. It's so artistic, and I love it so much. But that and Psycho, and I can go on and on about both of them. But gosh, yeah, those are my two.
You can't go wrong. No, you can't go wrong.
Nope.
So good.
All right, Sean.
I'm gonna say The Birds.
I was wondering if someone would.
Yeah.
How about The Birds too?
I love The Birds. I think it's a great movie. It's even. I love that old school Technicolor, There's just something about the way it's shot, like that one scene where you see all the birds together on in the child's playground on top of the monkey bars, just like waiting, and watching. Really great stuff. It even gets pretty gory, like certain scenes, like when they attack that one woman and kill her, they find her dead body on the steps,
Oof.
Gets pretty raw, it gets crazy.
It does.
Dude blows up in his car and set on fire. It's like pretty madness.
And if you think about it, it's also kind of like some people, like if this was made today, I think I could hear some people go, it's really woke because it's an environmental message. If you think about it, it was kind of cloaked, but if you listen to nature, listen to Mother Nature and back in the time. So like, I like it for that reason too, because it was kind of ahead of its time in some ways.
Absolutely.
Listen to Mother Nature.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jen, your favorite Alfred Hitchcock film?
Well, my favorite is Psycho, but I think I've talked about that at nauseum. I'm gonna have to go with Triv and say Marnie, because Marnie is so okay, guys. So, like, if you're embezzling from different bosses and stuff, and you get caught, and even if it's Sean Connery, and he's like, "I won't tell the cops on you if you marry me," big red flag, guys, huge red flag. That is such a good premise right there. I mean, that's one that just hooks you in because you're like, "What the fuck do you do?" What would you guys do? Would you guys say yes? Or I mean, it's Sean Connery, so that helps. Young Sean Connery at that. Would you say yes, or would you just go, "I'm going to call the cops myself, dude"? What would y'all
I
do?
would say, look, there's a haggis, and run out the back door.
It's a good movie, and it's one that doesn't get talked. I'm glad you brought it up, Triv, because it's like Marnie is one that you don't, unless you're like a big Hitchcock nerd, you don't hear it as much as Psycho and The Birds and some. Not that those aren't great too, but you know what I mean. It's good to bring up some other ones.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That film does not get talked about than his other films.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and he's got such a great, like, not to say like Psycho is such a like, it's such a point in history, but you look at all the rest of his stuff, like the rest of them, they're so much more thriller than they are traditional horror in the way that they go. Like, even if you go back to something like Rope or What Happened to
I love
Harry.
Rope.
Oh yeah,
Rope is fantastic. If you ever get the chance, What Happened to Harry is great too. It's his attempt at comedy, but every single movie he did had something unique about it.
It did.
And
Shadow
it's
of a Doubt, that's
basics.
back to 48, but Shadow of a Doubt is also a really great one of his.
Oh yeah, even going back to the 20s with The Lodger, A Story of London Fog. It's such a great silent movie, well worth a watch.
Yeah, I would agree.
Sorry, this is about the 60s, not the 20s, but you know.
But that's
you're time traveling back. You keep going backwards and backwards, Trip.
I do, because there's so much, like, you're talking Hitchcock. Like, there wasn't a decade where he wasn't amazing.
Yeah. Well, if you were Tippi Hedren, maybe you wouldn't think he was so amazing, but as a moviegoer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As John Q. Public, he doesn't have a bad decade.
No, he doesn't. He was brilliant. He was. I've listened to him talk.
I was a huge fan of his Alfred Hitchcock Presents TV show.
Oh, I love that.
Me too.
Yep.
Loved it.
I've been watching that a lot.
It's so good. Yeah, my husband and I watched a couple.
Yeah. Good evening. That's the most iconic horror host ever. Good evening.
I mean, speaking of that aspect, you've got like Alfred Hitchcock Presents, you've got Twilight Zone, you've got The Outer Limits, Night Gallery. There's so much great stuff that came about from that 60s era with that.
It is. We don't say, as horror fans, we don't celebrate the 60s enough. We like talk about some of the big highlights of it, but if you really did dive, there's a lot of good stuff that goes under people's radars, even big horror fans.
Oh yeah.
There is nothing wrong with your TV set. We have taken control.
We control the vertical and the horizontal.
We can dilute you to 1,000 images, or image one, the crystal clarity. We can control.
The time is saying something.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I love Night Gallery. Night Gallery is one of my favorite anthology TV shows. Great theme music.
Oh yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. For me, when it comes to Alfred Hitchcock films, go ahead, Sean.
I was sorry. I was gonna just say, I love how in the Alfred Hitchcock Presents you see a lot of, classic actors in there getting their start, like Charles Bronson and James Caan and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Art Carney's in one of them.
Walter Koenig from Star Trek.
Well, you go Twilight Zone, it's the same. There's so many big stars that were in that as well. I mean, Shatner made an appearance, like a good chunk of the Star Trek crew before Star Trek started.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was in. He was in that,
Leonard Nimoy was in one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was in that movie. He was in the TV version of the movie that they shot.
Terror at 20,000 feet or 30,000 feet.
Yep.
And then he did the Nick of Time, the one with the wish one, where you do like the penny into the napkin holder thing, and there's a little devil head on top.
It was Nick of Time, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the little statue that he,
I did a whole podcast on Twilight Zone. I should remember this stuff.
It's hard. We have so much information, like just too much.
Now, when it comes to Alfred Hitchcock, and my favorite film from the '60s, it's got to be The Birds. Because another film that was made in the year I was born. But the reason why I like that particular film is not just how the birds attack, because he never gives a reason as to why. We just have to speculate. Right. Why did the birds start attacking humanity? And of all the animals to when it comes to animal attack films, no one would suspect birds. Not birds, not these cute little animals. No, why would birds attack humans? From sharks and grizzly bears and alligators and dogs,
snakes.
Cats, snakes,
spiders.
Yeah, spiders.
By the way, make sure to buy Janelle's book.
Yeah, it's going on my Kindle. It's definitely going to be my next read.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no.
I know. Yeah, no one would suspect birds. There's birds. No. Suspect birds. And after seeing that film, I was like, wow, that was pretty good. Because I was not expecting when I saw the birds. My mother talked about it a lot. She said how good it was. I said I gotta take a look at it because she actually liked the birds. She said, "Monty, you like this one?" She said, "I finally like a horror movie that I like. I think you were gonna like." She was right.
I was gonna say, stick to birds. Don't go with Birdemic because those things are atrocious and they're all computer generated, like 8-bit crappy. And there's 3 of them.
8-bit.
Isn't there supposed to be another one coming out? I heard that, or is that just a rumor?
There are 2. The third one came out, I think, like a year.
There
or
was
2 years ago.
There was a
Seahawk.
There was a TV remake that was terrible.
Oh, you're talking birds, not Birdemic. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you saw. Oh,
no, I was talking Birdemic.
Yes, there are 3.
Stay away from the birds too, as well.
Oh God, yes.
You ever seen a horror movie called Birdemic? If you ever want to see the worst practical effects ever made on film,
those are computer generated. That's like 8-bit, like NES level birds. It's great when one dive bombs the gas station and the entire place explodes. There's also one that kills a woman. Well, it's a CGI bird, but there's also there's also an eagle that takes out a woman while she's squatting out in the weeds. And they're like, the eagles killed Becky. They took our toilet paper too.
Oh my God.
And the first one's actually funny, but 2 and 3 are just, if you're gonna watch one, stick to the first one because it is genuinely like if you have a night where you just need a funny, goofy, terrible movie, it's not a bad watch, but avoid 2 and 3 because they took anything that was good about the first one and it doesn't have any of that stuff. So
I mean, it's like this. You know that they made that film just to make everybody get a good laugh. And the practical effects.
No, it was done. It was done with the intent of being as good as Hitchcock. And speaking of Hitchcock, like he was dedicating everything. Like if you look, there's so much stuff in those movies that relates back to Hitchcock. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like all of the stuff between his movies, that one specifically.
It's like this. You just have to sit back and just laugh at the facts and the bad acting and the bad dialogue. Once is good enough, but after the second one, it's like, okay, we get the joke. Enough. Okay, that was the last one. Does anybody else have anything else they want to contribute, or they want to talk about anything else? They want to talk about Scream 7, or you want to talk about?
Well, I was going to bring up since we were talking about Bette Davis earlier. There's another movie from the '60s called Dead Ringer. It's where she plays herself and her identical twin. It's a really, really good. I don't even know a horror movie if is the right term, but it's just an incredibly good movie.
Thriller, like horror adjacent, maybe.
I would say. And then like there's The Haunting, which I mean that's pretty classic. Witchfinder General with again Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real bastard on that one.
Oh God, yeah, without doubt.
Yeah.
Like it kind of follows that that folklore era of horror movies. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Peeping
right.
Tom.
He was. I
Peeping
forgot
Tom's
about
one.
that. Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that Tippi Hedren was credited in Birdemic because she showed up on a TV. Christopher Reeve showed up in another James Nguyen movie called Replica, and he was credited in that one. It's like he's been dead for however many years at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so John is right. So anytime you need any what is called those so bad as good movies, Trip knows about it. That's her specialty.
I am a work in progress. My knowledge base is constantly growing because there's a lot I haven't seen. But yeah, no, I'm always happy to talk bad movies.
You're the go-to person for it. You are.
Well,
oh yes.
you guys know a lot though too. So
if it's necrophilia, then yeah, come to Jen.
She's the expert.
I'm proud of that title too. Yeah, proud of that. You know, incest, the fucked up shit. Come to Jen. Yeah. You want something traumatizing? I got you.
Sweet. Well, you were on Gory B Movie talking about all that stuff. Like, you guys talked to like that was a really good stream.
Yeah, that was.
Thank you.
You it's just like the stream I saw between Janelle and Gory, just like you and Gory were bouncing off each other too.
Yeah, that was so fun. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And
Triv, yours was good too with you and Gory. You and Gory are magic together. You guys need to do more together because you guys are magic.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, well, we want to thank Janelle for coming on board to our live stream. I'm pretty sure you had a great time.
Yeah, I had such a great time. Thank you so much for having me. Lots of laughs, and I got a lot of new movies.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you have not read Janelle's other book,
we'd love to.
if you have not read Janelle's books, I will have a link to her website in the description box below so you can read her other books. And of course, her book Spider is coming out on the 10th of March. And again, even if you are not if you have not suffered from arachnophobia, after you read this book, your skin will crawl. You're like, what the? God damn it! Why did I have to read that goddamn book? I can't stop.
Velvet is, Velvet spiders are their thing, so I'm going to give it. Velvet's going to hate me, but I'm his mom. I'm her mom.
Fine.
All right. Now, what we like to do at the end of our videos, especially when I'm host, I'll give the other guys a chance to go on ahead and promote their channel. So, Trip was coming up on Trivia Theater.
Up next for me, I'm probably going to be late to the party, but I'm once I get it done, I'm doing a review of Hard Eyes, and then Jen joined me to do Extravaganza. So we're riffing some fun little bits that you'll have to tune in for. So keep an eye out for that.
Little bits. Bouncy little bits. Wouldn't you say bouncy little bits?
Oh, yeah. Tons of bouncy little bits.
Puppets with no pants. That's all I'm going to tell you. And it's not
no
like Marty's movie.
No puppets. No puppets.
Another puppet
yes,
one.
Puppets. Puppets you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. You wouldn't see them coming.
That's what she said.
I see what you did there.
I didn't know if that was too subtle or not.
Do we really
Somewhere
know
in
what the word
Ireland,
subtle
Marty's going,
means?
God damn it, Jen.
God damn it, Jen. Jen, what's coming up on Jen's Reviews from the Grave?
It's been a little quiet. There's been some stuff, but I'm going to be. I really am interested to see. This is not a test. The zombie film. I really want to check that one out. I have some thoughts on Dracula, and I got to do another Tales from the Crypt, and also check out my partner's. The Trash Picture Show. He just put up a review on a Predator thing. He's going to scream at me, but it's like a really cool Predator thing figure.
Yeah, I saw it.
Big thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing. So go check out Marty's.
Is that how you refer to Marty generally, as a huge predator thing?
I say my darling huge predator thing that I want between my legs. Yeah, that's yours.
Subtle as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her boyfriend Marty is a huge Predator fan. He knows if you want to know anything about the Predator and the Yautja, you check out his channel and you will be very educated when it comes to the Predator and the Yautja.
Oh, very cool.
Uh,
Yeah, I love Badlands. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was. I know there's really big previews on Badlands. I thought it was phenomenal. I'm glad they didn't go. I'm glad they just did a different direction with it. Because the OG is amazing. I mean, I love the OG. But anyway, I'm sorry. I could go on about Badlands.
No. Marty would agree with you too. They loved it. They loved it too.
And my son, he plays a lot of the Dark Souls games. He loves Elden Ring. He just loved how it was almost like watching a video game. The way that it was done. So he really loved that aspect of it too.
That's cool. And that's cool when you can bond with your kid too. I love doing that with mine.
Yeah. I love it. So we're playing this video game called Reanimal right now. I don't know if you guys
yeah.
Oh, it's so good. We just got it's funny because my husband watches us play, and there's this really, really scary monster. He kind of looks like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. He's kind of that style. He's like really creepy. And my son and I are always so scared to like go around the corner. My husband's like, it's just a video game. We're like, I know, but it's scary.
Is your son a Resident Evil fan?
He hasn't played them yet. He hasn't. He loves oh god. I mean, what did he play? So Bloodborne, Elden Ring. He's playing Neo 3 right now. Him and my husband are both playing Neo 3 at the same time. But yeah, he hasn't played Resident Evil yet. I love I'm a big Zelda gamer myself. But I loved watching my husband play. Was it Resident Evil 5? The one with, was it Leon or I can't
No, that Resident Evil 5 is Chris and Sheva.
Okay, I forgot. Was it 4? Maybe it was 4.
Resident Evil 4 is Leon.
Yeah, that's my I love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
No,
that's okay.
We love tangents.
Yeah, we love tangents. As you can see, we
I
love going on tangents.
I think kicked out a long time ago. They can't now go.
Sean, what's coming up on the Horror Corner?
Well, I'm certainly going to be coming out with the Scream 7 review. You can bet on that, because I'm going to see it this Friday. And we have the Morbid Hour live stream coming out soon. We're going to be giving our top 10 exploitation movies. And that could be horror, sexploitation, women in prison stuff, all that stuff. Blaxploitation. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't forget to mention Blankenstein.
Don't forget to mention Necromantic 1 and 2. I can give you a list. If you need any Necromantic films, Sean, I can help with this. I'm your girl.
Don't forget,
I might have to call on Jen, the necrophile expert.
I'd be happy to. I can't, but all of them are like, no. I think you're that guy. No.
Okay. So I have my trailer reaction for Body Cam that's up. I have a trailer reaction for Deep Water that's coming up. I have my review, obviously, for Scream 7. They'll be coming up this weekend. My latest Women in Horror series I have that is up with Paige from Paige Soulful Design. That's up on the channel right now. And hopefully I'm trying to get together. Trying to have a Scream spoiler live stream, hopefully by maybe a few days after Scream 7 comes up. So I'm trying to put that together. That'll coming up on my channel soon.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Be Scream unseen.
Yeah. So I want to thank Janelle once again for coming on to the channel. Hope you didn't. Hope you weren't embarrassed.
Oh my God, I had so much fun. And this is what I love about the horror fans. We all have this. It's almost like even if we don't know each other, we just meet. There's this kind of bond. It's kind of cool because I don't know. There's just something about horror fans. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it amazes me when we when I see the crap that's going on YouTube right now, when it comes to the Discord or the toxic fans, they spread all this nonsense, but it doesn't. We don't do that here in the horror community. You know, we might disagree on certain films, as I might like Megan, and as much as Jen doesn't like Megan, doesn't like Megan, but we still love each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Silent Bond for horror fans pretty much sums it up.
That's exactly what it was. I remember I did a book signing once, and there was this lady sitting in the front row, and she just had this kind of just energy, you know. And she came up to me, and she's like, "I've been like a lifelong horror fan," you know. And I'm like, I could just tell, you know. She just had that energy. So yeah, it's cool.
It is.
Meghan Markle.
There's a real horror.
Mercy doesn't like Megan. Mercy doesn't like Megan too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Mercy. We're going to bring you on to the horror live stream. So
and we'll
once
talk
again,
about Megan.
Okay, now let's do that, Trip. Let's do that. Now let's do that.
Kick Megan.
Yay! I'll help you. I'll hold it down.
I think we should have a Megan 3 spoiler live stream with special guest Jen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have Jen and Mercy come on.
A great debate. Megan, the best movie ever, or the second best movie ever, behind Megan 2?
My friend.
You know you love me.
I do. I know I do.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming along. Everyone in the chat, thank you much for coming along. And once again, as always, my name is Lon Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. All right, everyone. Please stay safe out there. And we'll see you next month.
Mm-hmm.